All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And peace, love, and salutation to all you Akin that's pushing this truth and true sincerity. Just back at you with another lesson, and Lord willing is edifying. The first precept I want to get is Romans 13 and verses 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to wake out of sleep. All right, that spiritual slumber. But we recognize that, well, the scriptures have us recognize that the elect have attained it and the rest were blinded. All right, so whoever's meant to wake up is going to wake up out of that slumber of living in America, or wherever your captivity is at. It says, "For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe." Yes, and I was just re-going over this the first Neuralink patient. I was reading an article. Was this guy Nolan Arball? And I'm like, yo, this is close. All right, they're putting articles about the brain hip. Okay, everything is pretty much in place. You know, and I'm gonna get into an article. But hey, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. And Lord willing, we get the first go around and we get mercy from the Lord. So for the so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans who are meant to get it, they're going to wake out of that sleep. Matter of fact, let's hit that Romans 11. Romans 11 and 7. A lot of stuff going on. And I'm going to this lesson is going to just show the folly of, you so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Romans 11 and 7. What then? Israel have not attained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. All right, the election. Let's get that word election. All right. The election is going to get it. They're going to see that they're behind enemy lines. They're going to see that this man's the devil. All right, they're going to see that this man is trying to literally chip the whole world. Let's get that word election right quick.
Strong's G 1589 Eklage.
And it says, the act of picking out, choosing, of the act of God's free will, by which before the foundation of the world he decreed his blessings to certain persons. So that this is the will of God for you people. So this goes to show you there's no free will. The decree made from choice by which he determined to bless certain persons through Yahweh Shai, who the world everything calls Jesus Christ, by grace alone. A thing or person chosen of persons, God's elect. So God is really out of the Israelites, not the whole world. He has picked an election and elect those who obtain salvation. All right. Now I'm gonna get into this article. This is from our last week. The European Union, tells 450 million people to stockpile 72 hours of supplies amid risk of war. Now, do you see that happening here in the United States? No. That goes to show you, that the powers that be that run this place, all right, the ones that you see on TV at least, they don't care about you Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, as well as you other heathens. You Edomites that, drive through the suburbs or the rural areas with the American flag on the right side of your Jeep, and on the left-hand side is that yellow flag that says, "Don't tread on me." They don't give a damn about you people too. They look at you like useless eaters. And you saw it happen with this past presidential election. This guy just took your vote. You basically just signed up for the New World Order for you so-called white people. You basically just signed up for the New World Order. You guys automatically just voted for Elon Musk to just pop out of nowhere. That came out of nowhere. That came out of left field, man. Do you see that the guy in office right now warning you to stockpile 72 hours of supplies? No. So America is one big corporation, man. They don't give a damn about you people, man. Ain't no freedom here. The only freedom that you people have is to be freaks and geeks, all right, and live out your lust. So the European Union is advising its 450 million citizens to prepare for potential crisis by stockpiling essential supplies like food and water to last a minimum of 72 hours. And 72 hours is what, 3 days? The recommendation comes as the 27 nation bloc reevaluates its security strategies in the face of growing threats from war. There's a war in that continent, all right, called the Ukraine war that most Americans aren't even paying attention to. All right, because it's springtime. Okay, well, it was Easter's coming up. As you saw that bunny rabbit. It says, continuing on, it says war, cyber attacks, climate change, and disease. The EU's call for preparedness reflects a changing global landscape marked by increasing instability and interconnected risk. The bloc has recently grappled with the boogeyman of 2020 and ongoing tensions with Russia, including concerns over energy security and support for Ukraine. NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte's warning about a potential Russian attack in Europe by 2030 further underscores the need for heightened vigilance. Today's threats facing Europe are more complex than ever, and they are all interconnected, said Preparedness and Crisis Management Commissioner Haja Labib, while introducing a new EU strategy designed to enhance disaster preparedness and response. So even though this is Esau over there in Europe with the EU, they're even telling their people to get ready. They're not telling you Americans to be prepared, to be on the ready. And I'm gonna say this too, like, for brothers, there's nothing wrong with having some extra water and some extra canned goods. Make sure you got a can opener. Things like matches, flashlights, candles, canned goods, first aid kit. There's nothing wrong with getting that, man. All right. So I just wanted to say that as well. But the EU over there in Europe is telling people to prepare for some type of danger. All right. The risk of war. But I'm going to play this right quick. And this is mostly amongst our people. All right, here it is. You got the only thing these people know is tariffs now. Tariffs. Half these people can't even spell tariffs, man. They got a bunch of billboards about tariffs, and that's all these Americans. That's all they push. Like just like 2 years ago, they was pushing inflation. Now all of a sudden, all right, the local idiot is talking about inflation. Now the local idiot is talking about tariffs. Meanwhile, they're putting all types of stuff in your face to block you, man. They just told you that KFC is basically basically humans. I'm gonna just say it like that, man. And that new commercial, but guess what? People are still gonna go there. They're still gonna go to Taco Bell, eat horse meat. They're still gonna go to McDonald's and eat that pink slime. Okay. Now this is from Arrows of Indignation. Most jakes will be caught off guard when all hell breaks loose. They love Babylon and will be deleted. Now we come into a time period with Jacob's trouble, man. All right. Isn't this guy currently in office said make America great again? What happened when America was great? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans were in slavery, man. Namely, you so-called blacks. Okay. But now on today's standards, I'm gonna get this precept. This is what's still going on. All right, people getting kicked out of their homes. They can't afford basic needs. All right, the level of many is waxing cold. You see more so-called senseless killings on TV out here. But our people choose this. Ecclesiastes 10:6. Folly, which means foolishness, is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. And I'm gonna just play this. And this is just the quintessential American, but we've been warning our people to get out of that catatonic state of sleep and to wake up, all right, because there's a thing called Jacob's trouble in the Bible, all right. These Edomites, as we keep trying to tell you who the Edomites are, All right, they got one last hoorah. All right, according to Revelation 12 and 12, they have a short period of time before they can try to pull off this so-called new way of living through their mark of the beast, which really the Lord created that. All right, but we're coming to some grave times. All right, and our people are just caught up in folly, man. All right, and these Americans as well as a whole. Now, it was a precept I wanted to get. I'll bring it out. Let me just play this right quick. This is fair use, as you're gonna see on the screen. I tried to use a brother's video last week, and I got caught for copyright. I'm like, come on, are you serious? But anyways, let me play this. When the country starts falling apart and they ask where are the black supporters, and it says black people. Let me get this precept right quick. Now you can see the folly amongst these blacks, and they don't. You can't forget about these Hispanics too, man, because they do the same thing. They go get a 24 pack of Modelo's, and then go to the L bar, all right, L club, and do the same thing. Okay. That's the second Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. For you to just disrespect the Heavenly Father and His message, we know, you see here, it's a bunch of women, man. We've been telling the brothers been telling the woman to get right with the Lord. Well, first of all, to get right with your man, because that's your Lord. Okay, get right with the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son. Jake is out here doing this, line dancing. And you can watch this from Errors of Indignation. I'm not gonna play this whole video, but it's like that movie, The Purge, election year, right? I believe it was election year, or it was the last purge, I believe, where a bunch of black people were sitting there dancing, all right, dancing during the purge, and this is what Jake is gonna do, man. Okay, so this is Ezekiel 38 and verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates. You got a lot of conflict going on, man. You got that genocide go over there in the Gaza Strip. You got the war in Ukraine. You got uproars of the people in Turkey over presidential elections. Them people taken to the streets. Meanwhile, our people, we trying to tell them to wake up because Babylon the Great will be destroyed in our lifetime. They're going to present the mark of the beast. It's going to be Jacob's trouble. But they're just doing this, okay? I'm going to put that on mute. All right, just a bunch of folly, man. A bunch of foolishness. And it's namely the black woman, okay? I don't, and another thing, I don't see no men. I don't see mostly men in there either, man. All right, and then these are a lot of distractions, man, that's going on. And our people, they don't want to hear the word. So that's a form of pride. So there's going to be many great miseries that's going to happen to our people because they walked in great pride. And there's always somebody on this platform of TikTok always trying to so-called debunk the Hebrew Israelites. I'm sure all these people that took and doing these dance classes and all this other folly, because you got spring break, you got the Final Four coming up, baseball season is back in. It's just all types of distractions, man. This is the blend of unwalled villages, man. All right? No care in the world. Even though people can barely afford living, it's just we're just going to dance and drink and party and BS. Like that song Biggie Smalls came out with, man. All right? Let's get Hey, but we're not getting caught off guard, man. All right? We know what time it is, man. Us and this know-how, we got to be on the ready. Any day now, something could go down that's going to change everything here in Babylon the Great and the world, man. Just boom, one day. Look what happened with 9/11. Look what happened with 2020. Everything got shut down and boom. So these people on the screen that's line dancing, and you see it with your co-workers. If you still deal with your family members, you'll see it. It's nothing but a bunch of foolishness. There's no serious thought process that goes with these blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. And this is what the Lord said concerning y'all, man. Jeremiah 4:22, for my people is foolish. They call themselves fool. What's up, fool? They have not known me. You don't know the Heavenly Father. They know Jesus. Okay? They are Sodom's children. Sodom means stupid. So the Lord is calling you stupid. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be called stupid by the Lord. Okay? And they have none understanding. You have no understanding of the Bible. You have no time. You have no inclination of what time it is. And I'm going to get another precept on that. You have no inclination of what time it is. And then you have the servants of prophets out here to tell you. And even when we go to camp, what are we surrounded by? They got this bus called the funny bus, which they pack these useless eaters into a red school bus and drive around telling jokes, and half these people are drunk. And then one time we was at camp, some nigga woman said something that was blasphemous, man, and she most likely gonna get judged. Before that they had this they had this bar. All right, they had this basically, it looked like a bar, but people are bike pedaling and drinking at the same time until somebody got hurt from that and they stopped that. But you go to camp, man, you see all types of gimmicks and games with these people, man. When I'm talking about these people, I'm talking about these Israelites, man. We're not even calling them Israelites. They're just black people, blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, man. All right? They have no understanding. They are wise to do evil. Yeah. Scoff and mock out the prophets, but to do good they have no knowledge. All right, there's some Jake right now, plenty of Jakes up to no good right now at 10 o'clock in the morning or whatever time this video drops. Hell, this video could drop at 6:44 in the morning, and some Jake is plotting and scheming the next day. Okay, this is who we dealing with. That's why brothers say stay away from Jake, man. All right. Got a few more. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing, and a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. We're in a time of a lot of judgment, man. But you got mostly women. You got a few simple beta male men who follow the woman. All right, this scene right here. They just that is in a big venue. What if something happens in these big venues, man? That's why the apostle and elder say, stay away from these big venues, man, because stuff can go down like that, man. You know, I'll see if I can get that. Yeah, but you see it right here, right? You know, just partying it up, learning new line dances. Just the next set of folly with these Jakes, man. You can't take Jake seriously, man. All right? So, us in the know-how, we discern time and judgment. We go to 2nd Ezra and read about the uproars of the people in the earthquakes. We know that we're close. When you see more articles about the MOTB, we know that we're close. All right, but yeah, a lot of Jake's gonna get deleted, like the brother's title says, man. Okay. Malachi 3 and verse 13. Your words have been stout against me. And when you go to that word stout, it goes to the Hebrew word kazak, which means strong. So your words have been strong against me, saith the Lord. Yet you say, what have we spoken so much against thee? Ye have said, it is vain to serve the Most High. I worship, I love Jesus, it's just Jesus this, Jesus that. All right. I wouldn't be surprised if the guy of the Bible put the spirit on a guy that looked like Jesus to put your ass to death. All right. You have said it is vain to serve the Most High, and what profit is it that we have kept his ordinance, and that we have walked mournfully before the Lord of hosts? Because Jake looking at us like, man, I don't know about that, man. I can't eat pork. I can't smoke Newport 100s in a box. I can't commit adultery. But you know what? We're in the know-how. We have life. These people are spiritually dead, like it mentions in Revelation 11 and 8. So meanwhile, in other places, they're getting people ready for, potential war, which the war is on the horizon. All right. You so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are just stupid and docile and still trying to find a new way how to commit some folly. Okay. So when it's gonna be your ass, don't say we didn't tell you. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna end it off in that Ezekiel the 3rd chapter, man. This is another lesson to tell you, man. And I know certain brothers that, like the elder brother Hawaii, he'll keep bringing out the warnings, man. Collectively as a body, we all bring out the warnings, man. We all come in this same spirit. All right, Ezekiel 3, was it 18? Ezekiel 3 and 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. So we're watching for World War III. We're watching for the mark of the beast. All right. We even watch these proxy wars that's going on right now. We try to tell, man, and this you can't even tell Jake about that. I like watching sports, but sometimes I have to watch it to talk to these Jakes because that's all they know. That's all they know. Sports. You can't talk to a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American man about politics. I wouldn't even say politics. I would say current events. Do you think one of these bird-brained Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans know what happened in Myanmar with that earthquake that's probably on the verge of deleting 2,000 people as of right now? No. Okay? Too busy trying to do old school dances from back in the day. Jake always want to go back to 1970 or 80, man. All right, that class clown spirit, man, is dead. Ezekiel 3 and 18, when I say unto, verse 17, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thy hand. And that's what you see these other Israelite camps. They're not warning you. Too busy trying to have you sign up for their Passover, paying $200, $300 something for a Passover, which is absurd. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, and that's what we'll be doing in these lessons, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. All right, and this is we don't want the blood on our hands. Okay, so this is another warning slash, current event that's happening. While you Negroes is kikiing and hooping and hollering and dancing in the club, it's a lot of stuff that's going on in the real world. And that's what we're telling you. Okay? They're telling people in Europe, mainly of the European Union, to get 72 hours worth of supplies. All right? Hey, so with that, Lord, when I was edifying, I'm going to say shalom.